to the Narrative Podcast with Halsey Allen. The Narrative Podcast is changing the narrative one episode at a
time. Hello, welcome everyone. This is the Narrative Podcast. I'm your host, Halsey Allen. This is a live edition of the Narrative Podcast. Welcome all my narrators. Welcome anybody that's new to the podcast. Live edition 86. Yes. I've been doing this for a little bit now. Next month will mark my anniversary of the Narrative Podcast. So we've seen the transition. We've seen the growth. We know some more better stuff is coming around the corner. The platform is going to continue to keep growing. Thank you for all my supporters. Thanks for all my silent support, all my vocal support. Thank you. Excuse me. Sipping on some water and it went down the wrong pipe. All right. So, if you are new to the podcast, let me briefly explain what it is I do here. It is called the Narrative Podcast. It's called the Narrative Podcast for a reason, because the media depicts black people in a black culture in a negative light. And so the purpose of this space is to provide positive frames of reference about black people and black culture. So basically what I do is just highlight Basically, I just highlight and accentuate our gifts, what we bring to the table. I just focus on the positive and not the negative, everything we're doing right as the media, music, and other sources tend to focus on the negative stereotypes and all the stigmas and negative nuances we have within our culture, i.e. negative black stereotypes. So that's what I do here on my platform. I destroy negative black stereotypes one episode at a time by providing positive frames of reference and basically telling our stories from our perspectives on our own terms and conditions. And that is the Narrative Podcast experience in a nutshell. I do have a format for my regularly scheduled broadcasts. On live broadcasts, what I tend to do is just share some articles that I came across and then deliver some commentary on anything in the world that's happening as it pertains to black people. And I do have some commentary I want to unpack later on, but I do have articles to share with you. The reason why I'm sharing the articles is to provide positive frames of reference about black people and black culture, just, demonstrating that we can do it and we are the antithesis of these negative stereotypes surrounding us. But before I dive into that, I will break down my normal format for people that's brand new to my podcast. If you're just, wherever you're getting your podcast from right now, if you just stumbled upon my podcast on a random scroll, I'm going to just break it down what it is I do, or how my format usually is on a regular broadcast day. So what I'll do, I'll start by extending the olive branch to any black-owned business owners for free promotion. I'll tell them to send me an email at passionwebmail at poeticpassion.host, and in the subject bar, put promo, and then in the body of the email, tell me a little bit about yourself, business, product, or service, and I will promote it for absolutely free on my platform. And the reason why I'm doing that is, again, to, just help anything I can do to help generate black dollars in the black community. If I can help a black-owned business get revenue, help them employ other people in the community, get people to patronize their business, then I feel like I've done my part in this space. Next, after that, I'm currently hosting a contest, and until I get me a hotline set up and a way to interact directly with my listeners and soon-to-be viewers, but for right now, listeners, I thought of a contest to concoct. I call it the Chew on This contest, and what I want you to do is essentially share a shopping while black experience with me. And for entering the contest, I will give you a bulk supply of your favorite snack. To enter the Chew on This contest, shoot me an email at passionwebmail poeticpassion.host. In the subject bar, write or type Chew on This / shopping while black. In the body of the email, describe your shopping while black experience. Try not to go over 5 paragraphs because I don't want to read any novels. Then also in the body of the email, include your mailing address so I know where to send your prize to you, and specifics about your favorite snack, like what is it, pop, chips, candy, whatever. Just tell me what you want, what flavor, all the specifics about it, and I'll get that to you. And ideally, I would try to supply your favorite snack from a black-owned vendor. But in the event I could not find a black-owned vendor, I would most likely get it from Sam's Club or Costco. So basically, that's me again trying to, keep the black dollar circulating in the black community, promote black-owned businesses, and then throw you something for supporting my platform. And how do you support my platform? By downloading all episodes of the Narrative Podcast wherever you get your podcast from. So anytime you see the Narrative Podcast hosted by Halsey Allen, download it. And you don't have to have it downloaded long. It's just an algorithm type thing. Share it on your platform. Share all my episodes on your platforms. And that's how you support my podcast. Then next, after I promote the black-owned, after I plug my contest, I will support some black-owned businesses. The black-owned businesses that I promote in that segment usually follow under these criteria. They started from the ground up, little to no education, employ their own, and do some type of philanthropy, some type of, have a nonprofit or something where they give back to the community, something that they do to empower the community, not just expect the community to support them just because they're a black-owned business. And then also, all the businesses I promote line up with a theme. And this month's theme is spring, so all black-owned businesses that I'll be promoting throughout this month will be something that I think when I think spring. Then next, after the black-owned business section, I spotlight a prominent black figure And the prominent black figure is somebody, it's usually entertainer, somebody in the entertainment industry, an athlete, an actor, actress, writer, producer, comedian, a well-known public figure, and has spoken to the cause, used their platforms to speak on the cause, also do things to empower the community, some type of philanthropy, some type of give back, using their voice in a positive way and making us look good while doing it. So, and then also the types of people I spotlight are people that either do not get their roses or don't get their roses enough for all their contributions that they do in the black community. And not for nothing, I did start the wave on spotlighting. After I started my spotlighting segments, nobody on the internet, nobody on YouTube, nobody nowhere was spotlighting anyone. So, as the old saying goes, imitation is flatter. I'm flattered, fool. Thanks. Thanks for taking my idea and running with it. It's just all about putting us in a positive light, making us look good and presentable to the world, and not coming across as stereotypical black men and stereotypical black women. Because what they like to do in the media is, hyper criminalize our men, hypersexualize our women, make our children look like juvenile delinquents, and just exhibit and display us as less than amoral and a drain on the resources, not a contribution to humanity. But I'm glad I inspired the spotlight worldwide. I'll take that. I'm gonna give myself a round of applause. Okay, so after the spotlight, I go on to a health and wellness tip. And the reason why I did the health and wellness tip, created the health and wellness tip segment, was to do my part to share information on how to stay ahead of the thing. It's usually a tip about the health benefit of some type of fruit, vegetable, herb extract or elixir, the properties of that in the way of fortifying your immune system. And so that's how we will stay ahead of the thing, is fortify our immune system and watch what we put into our bodies. Not just what we put into our bodies, what we're putting into our mind, because everything starts in the mind. When you're under stress or any type of mental strain, that's when dis-ease sets in, and the